Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 13 of our Football Manager 2017 game with Newcastle United. You may remember from the last episode we have started the Premier League life in quite good circumstances. 3 wins, one draw and 2 defeats so far in the league. And today we're playing Derby County in the Capital One Cup. We've got Caleri leading the line this time. I am determined to give him chances where I can, but I'm pretty sure Janssen is our leading striker. Not too worried about Andy Carroll unless he can adapt to the complete forward role, which I doubt he will, but I might use him as the target man, which he's suited to if we're struggling towards the end of matches. We've got Atsu starting the left. Aarons comes in on the right, give him some game time. Cook and Christensen is also getting some game time, with Lucas Silva just behind. Anita filling in at left back just because we don't have much cover there at the moment. Dawson, Lascelles and Hammers making up the back four, and Carl Darlow starts because Tim Krul has broken his arm. So he will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. But I'm not too worried about this match. It'd be good to get through because the board want us to reach the next round, which would help our confidence if we do start to struggle in the league. Help the board retain confidence at least. So I also wouldn't mind just a good cup run. So if we get a good draw out of this, then I'd be tempted to keep going as long as we can. But we should be beating Derby County anyway. They're in the Championship. We've got a much stronger team than we had last year. And this should be an easy passage into the next round. Free kick for Derby County. It's been quite a dull match so far. Here's Bryson. Back across to Hansen. He chips the ball in and Martin's there, and Martin has scored, and we're a goal down to Derby County at home. There's something about Championship teams that I just can't understand. Lucas Silva does look for that brilliant run from Atsu. He can put it in. Carroll's in there. Andy Carroll with the equaliser. Gets his first goal since signing for us. That's what he's there for. Throw on at the end of a match to get us a late goal. And it is the end of 90 minutes. We have failed to win, but we can at least get off the overload system and focus on just playing this match out to its conclusion. Anya receives it on the right hand side, trying to cut inside, skips past a couple of our defenders, gets the ball in. Martin was out. It's come for Hansen, and Carl Darlow didn't even try to save that. We're 2-1 down, straight from the kick-off of extra time. Just 10 minutes left to try and get something from this match. Lucas Silva on the ball in the middle of the park. Finds Januzaj. We could do with something from him. Christensen finds Silva in space. Silva, what a strike. Lucas Silva's first goal for the club, and he's not going to forget that. What a hit to equalise it. Well, we're having a penalty shootout, it seems. A little bit frustrated at that. But I feel like we've got some decent penalty takers, so I'm not too worried. That's Silva. He scored the screamer to equalise, and he scores his first penalty, 1-0. Martin steps up for Derby and scores 1-1. Carroll now, he scored his first goal for the club today and scores his first penalty, 2-1. Yedlin scores. Everybody putting it in that bottom corner. Hansen now puts it straight down the middle, 3-3. Atsu's had a quiet game, but still manages to find that bottom corner, 4-3. Bryson, everybody going in that corner. Christensen now has to score. And it's just about gone in. Rawson, if he misses, they're out. And he does miss. We've got through on penalties. I think we deserve it on balance. You just have to look at the stats. But I'm not going to complain at how we got through. I'm happy that we did. And we're into the next round on penalties. Quite an important match against Swansea in the league because our next few games include City and Arsenal, with a game against Everton in there as well. So if we don't pick up points today, we are going to start to drop down the table quite quickly over the next month or so. The team is back to full strength. Janssen up top, Atsu and Ritchie on the wings, Diame, Cook and Silva in the middle. Full strength defence, and Darlow still in goal for the injured Tim Krul. So other than Pulisic maybe starting on the left, I think this is our strongest team. I'm going to give Atsu another chance, see if he can recapture the form of last season. Otherwise, I will start to just put Pulisic on the left wing as a continual effort. But I think this team has more than enough about it to get a victory against Swansea. Free kick from Matt Ritchie, swung into the box away from Llorente. We've had 73% possession so far in this match. Brunt just holds that ball up, but Richie's there. Atsu on the far post, tucks it home. I said I needed to see something from today, and he's touched in his first goal of the season. We have a 1-0 lead. Cook out to Ayorfa. He can swing it across, cleared out, but Atsu's at the far post, puts it back in. Janssen touches it in, and I was just thinking of taking him off, but he tucks home his third of the season to make it 2-0. Late corner, ball put in, cleared out by Silva, and that is a full-time whistle. As routine a win as you could expect, 66% possession, absolutely incredible. Very good performance from the team that sees us move up to 6th in the table. And I was just not expecting to start the season like this. It's been absolutely brilliant. 4 wins from 7, just 2 defeats so far, and we are 9 points ahead of the relegation zone already. Quite an interesting match against Manchester City now away from home. I always see the away matches against the big clubs as a free hit, so I have switched things around a bit. Januzaj is coming in for the injured Matt Ritchie. Atsu continues on the left after scoring one of the goals in the last game. Christensen's getting to come in, Tiote into defensive midfield, and LaSalle's back in the centre. Darlow continues in goal. I'm not worried if we lose this, even by a few goals. We've had such a good start in the season. We've built up a little bit of leeway to lose this game and the next one. That said, we still need to try and get a point or 3. And I think the team has a chance, but we'll just have to see how the game goes first. LaSalle's on the ball. Pushes it forward to Diame. He tries to reverse it to Atsu, but doesn't quite pull it off. Now City back on the ball. You can see how dominant they've been from the shots today. We have switched to a counter-attacking style of football. Ayorfa wins that header, but there's Gundogan, and Gundogan cracks it in, and it's 1-0 to City already. City coming again. Fernandinho through the middle. Finds Aguero. Now Griezmann into Silva, and that was too easy. 2-0 to City now, and surely nothing we can do. Still not had a shot on target. Guerrero to Griezmann. Fernandinho to Sane. Now Stones. Across Griezmann. Again, just too easy. They're carving us open. I think we're just going to have to go into damage limitation mode now. Well, it has finished 3-0. Not entirely unexpected. We managed to get 1 shot on target in the end. But I think that was just not good enough from the team. I am going to tell them that. 1 shot is the thing that's annoyed me. We are down to 8th as a result of that. Still a few other teams to play, so we could drop further. But still, overall, not a bad position. Like I said at the start, never expect to get anything away from home against the big teams. The games are not getting any easier now, as we have to take on Arsenal at home. I suppose it might be a bit easier. We are at home, but Arsenal did also win the title last season, so we are playing the champions. The team is reasonably strong. Janssen, Atsu and Richie up front, with Diame, Anita and Tiote making up the midfield. The defence is probably the strongest defence we have. At home against the big teams, I'll always play for a win, but I'll settle for a draw if we're under the cosh, but hanging in there. So we'll just have to see how this goes as the match progresses. I won't be too upset if we do lose. I do want to go for the win if we can. We are doing well in the league, and I don't want to lose 2 on the bounce against City and then Arsenal. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Maybe change the tactics as we go. But I think we're in with a good chance of getting something out of this match. James with a throw. Headed out by Ramsey. He can cross it in though. And there's Janssen. 1-0. We so nearly scored through that Matt Ritchie free kick, but we've taken the lead anyway. Janssen giving us the goal. We are absolutely demolishing Arsenal early in this match. 58% possession, 8 shots, 4 on target. They've only had 2 shots, both off target. And now Atsu's charging down the left side. He swings the ball back. Anita's there, and it's gone in. We're 2-0 up against the league champions at home. A bit tight in midfield. Tiote's still on the ball. Finds Atsu. He's got players around him if he needs him. Atsu going on his own and brought down by Tete in the box, and we've got a chance to make it 3-0 against the league champions from the penalty spot. Tete could get further punishment here. He was through on goal, but it is only a yellow card, not a red. Can we make it 3-0? We did so well in the penalty shootout, scored 5 out of 5. And upsets Matt Ritchie. And he does make it 3-0 to Newcastle against Arsenal, the league champions. This has been by far the greatest performance my team has put in in just over a season of playing this new game. A 3-0 victory against league champions Arsenal is absolutely phenomenal. And it means we're up to 4th in the table. We leapfrog Arsenal as a result. We're now on 16 points after 9 games. Absolutely incredible. That injury to Janssen in the last game does mean that Cleary is going to lead the line today. Otherwise, it's Cook, Diame and Chiate back in that centre midfield trio, with Lucas Silva still injured. Full strength defence. Krull is back in goal. Still not fully fit, but fit enough for a goalkeeper at least. And interestingly, Everton are bottom of the league at the moment, so I was expecting this to be a very tough game, but maybe I'm wrong on that. The game does seem to treat form and morale much more highly than other games that I've played in this, and I think once you enter that poor form and poor morale, you do sort of spiral into a descent. So hopefully we can make the most of that against Everton. We are still away from home, so I'm not really expecting us to win this. A draw would be okay, but maybe given their 20th after 9 games, we should be getting the win. Goodbye out to Mason. Now Gerrard finds Coleman. He can put in a good ball. Instead he pulls it back across to Barkley. Kangolo on that other side. Gerrard in there. Mason hammers it into the top corner and Everton have the lead early on. Chiate uses Lazar. Can he slip it through? It's Chiate again. Into Cook. Plays through Carroll and Andy Carroll makes it 1-1. His first goal in the league for us. Tim Krul plays the ball out from the back. Just 15 minutes or so left to try and win this game. And he hits it forward towards Andy Carroll, who's picked out Pulisic. And he's gone down. No foul given. Barkley's playing through Nias. And Everton may get the last minute goal here. Lukaku nods in a free header. And it's 2-1. And we've got about 10 minutes to try and get into this game. Nias across to Mason. Finds Barkley. There's Lukaku. Great tackle from Mbemba. Barkley's got another chance, so pulls it back to Johan Cabaye. Coleman. Mason back in. And there is Lukaku. It's 3-1. We are being sunk by the bottom club now. It has finished 3-1. I said at the start that I was hoping we might be able to make some advantage on this, but Everton instead climb up. It's only their first win of the season. It's come against us immediately after we beat Arsenal. Maybe some complacency in the team that had we won that, we could have been up to 3rd place. So quite disappointed at that result. It's the Capital One Cup last 16 match away against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge now. I'm going to play a strong team. I wasn't originally planning to do it, but that victory over Arsenal a couple of games ago, it's given me some hope that maybe we can pull off an upset, especially if Chelsea rest a few key players. Janssen's back from the injury he picked up against Arsenal, I think it was. Pulisic and Ritchie are going to start on the flanks. Anita comes back into the midfield and the defence is as you were with Krull in goal. Corner from Januzaj. Knocked into the box, but Batshuayi clears it. Pulisic doesn't get there first. Pedro's now running at the defence. He's got plenty of Chelsea support in the middle. 4 players in there. He finds Hazard and there's John. It was very unselfish of Hazard to pull that back. And Ricardo John touches that ball in for 1-0. Lazar can't find Carroll. And Batshuayi's in behind. And that's 2-0. Cook's cut out the ball. Pulisic on the left flank. Gets past him and it's gone into the net. I think that might even be an own goal. It has gone down as an Andy Carroll goal. We're back in with a chance. 25 minutes to find an equaliser. Batshuayi running at the defence, finds Mikel. It's played through. John scores an easy second goal for 3-1. Well, perhaps not unsurprisingly, we have lost that game 3-1. Rather disappointed in the way that we did it. As you can see, morale is starting to take a big hit. We've lost 2 in a row now. 3 of our last 4. And the team are not entirely happy with me. Well, that is it for this episode. 6 matches played this round, and I think we actually did quite well. A little bit disappointing towards the end, losing 3 of the last 4, but given the teams that we played, not hugely surprising. That win over Arsenal, definitely the high point of this save so far. And as you can see, the board's confidence in all competitions is actually reasonably good, especially in the league, where we only expect to achieve mid-table. We've got 60% confidence there. In terms of the schedule, we now get to play Bournemouth, then we're away at the Bridge again with West Ham, Bristol, Southampton and Leicester still to play. Some very winnable games in there. I'm looking at Bournemouth, Bristol and Southampton in particular at home, but maybe West Ham away. But it is going to be interesting to see how we do. Losing to Everton seems to have hit the team, who did come and approach me actually and say that they were unhappy at my management and that we were underachieving in the league despite being 8th at the time. So that's a little bit confusing. I'm not sure how we can have so much confidence with the board and yet the players are coming in and approaching me as if there's a crisis. The morale took a big hit from that meeting, even though they agreed with me. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think there's just too many unhappy players in the squad, and I might just have to risk losing a bit of talent if it improves the overall morale of the squad in January. But that's still 2 months away. We need to survive to that point in order to do that. But that is all for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want to see some more. It also lets me know that you are enjoying the show. But until next time, see ya.